What is happening there? J Gamer Dude here, and I'm going to be talking about what I played and platinumed in the month of February 2024. So let's just kind of jump into it. I did technically platinum Yakuza Kiwami 2 on the 1st of Feb, so technically I did play that in February, so that certainly does count by pretty much talked about in my previous played and platinumed a month ago, so I won't go into much detail about that. Still grinding out Fortnite to some extent, but stopped for a bit. Putting an hour in each day is, that just kind of takes time, really. Star Rail dropped the Volume 3 trophies for the game, and I managed to auto-pop most of them because I had done them as part of previous updates. Obviously, the new stuff was 2.0 dropping with Penacony, so that would be the last few trophies here. The dances on, old friends, new friends, if I can stop one heart from breaking, and the pursuit of sweetness. So those are the 4 trophies that you'll unlock as part of that new update of 2.0. The rest are from like 1.6 and things like that. Sorry, 1.5 and things like that. I don't think there was ever a 1.6 for Star Rail. And then a series of just Jackbox games that I've just enjoyed playing with folks that visit over the weekends and things like that. But now to come to like what the meat and potatoes of my entire month was. I played and platinumed Final Fantasy VII Remake, and the game itself is really good. But I kind of had some reservations about the gameplay being so, like, it's not that much action and not that much RPG. There's still a decent amount of both things in the game, and it's so split down the middle that it kind of like makes me think, how am I supposed to be playing this game? Until you start playing the game on hard mode, and then you're like, oh, don't treat this as an action game, treat it more as an RPG. It's still maybe like 60 to 70% RPG still. So that's where I was kind of wrong in thinking that it should still be treated as like an RPG. But yeah, so definitely I would, if you do choose to tackle this game at all, treat it as more of an RPG than a action game, and you should be good. But the only time you'll learn that is when you actually start playing the game on hard mode. Which, does this game really need a hard mode? I wouldn't say so. Again, it takes 2 playthroughs to platinum. This was ultimately the last trophy that I had earned myself. And before tackling hard mode, it's highly recommended that you go for the ultimate weapon trophy, because you'll receive an accessory called the Gota Damarung, which allows you to use your limit break from the beginning of the fight, and also your limit break gauge does increase over time much quicker than how it would without the accessory. So absolutely do recommend that you go for ultimate weapon after completing your first playthrough. You know, get the right materia, equip yourself up, upgrade those materia if needed, and then complete ultimate weapon, and after that go for hardened veteran for hard mode. Yeah, I don't think there really is much more to suggest. It can be surprisingly difficult, but you'll only learn about how to play the game until you hit the game on hard mode. With that being said, I did auto pop the platinum for FF7 Remake on PS5, so I did upload my PS4 save and download it onto my PS5, which popped every main game trophy including the platinum. However, we now have the intermission DLC to work with as well, and intermission does take a decent amount of time because you do need to complete it, secondly complete it on hard for the Road to Revenge trophy, but you also have another ultimate weapon trophy to deal with. So similar to ultimate weapon in the main game, you will have to fight through 3 fights in a row compared to ultimate weapons 5, and you will get 2 Gota Damarungs out of this. 2? Yeah, you'll get 2 Gota Damarungs out of this fight instead. I can't remember if it was this one or the next one, but yeah. So there's that. Highly recommended that you do Ultimate Weapon 2.0 before going for the Road to Revenge trophy, which is for beating Intermission on hard. Intermission, not as difficult on hard. The only thing in the Intermission DLC that may rival the difficulty of the main game would absolutely have to be Corruptor of the Immaculate, which is for defeating Weiss. And you can actually tackle Weiss in the main game if you go to chapter 17 and go to the the machine that does the Shinra training machine, where you can do the other fights like Ultimate Weapon from the main game, for example. So if you go there, you can actually fight Weiss, but he can only be fought after you beat the Intermission DLC, and it's recommended. And beating him will also get you 2 God of Damarangs. So if you do happen to have the PS5 version and you're going for the Platinum, you're better off going for Ultimate Weapon, then Corruptor of the Immaculate, and then going for the hard mode, because hard mode will be made so much easier if you have 3 Gods of Damarangs, since you can have up to 3 party members in your party. But yeah, the rest of these are not that difficult. Materia Maven is kind of annoying. Condor Queen can be kind of annoying. But as long as you know what you're doing, you're fine. Yeah, there isn't really much more to say there. So yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Surprisingly difficult game, but that's only because it doesn't really teach you what it truly is until you hit hard mode. And by that point, you're probably already primed to play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which I do have my copy sitting right in front of me as I speak. With that being said, Gems of War. I have finally 100% of this game after I want to say 2 to 3 years of playing it. Having finally gotten the I'm So Shiny trophy, which completely boggles the mind that it's such an unnecessary way of completing it, but it takes way too long to do it anyways. So to get troops to shiny level 2, you need to get 15 shiny shiny tokens for a single troop, and you need to do that for 5 troops. But because there's so many troops that can be made shiny, it can be quite difficult to get enough shiny troops. Yeah, it just takes way too long to do, to be completely honest. That's really all it is. Ark Survival Evolved. I platinumed this game within a day, or within a few hours, just kind of going through the commands on the admin console. Yeah, this game is just not really worth playing, to be completely honest, and I got it free for Plus, so that's kind of why I played through it. Yeah. Also, you don't need any DLCs to get the DLC trophies, because they're all updates to the main game anyways. So yeah, if you don't need to buy any DLCs to get the extra Ascension, Explorer Notes, and the Center DLCs, you can just... And as for Explorer Notes, the thing about this particular DLC is that you only need to get all the notes for, say, like the island, for example, which is the first map that you could probably jump into in Ark. But there are guides on the internet. I do highly recommend looking up, PSN profiles. Their guide is really good for the main game, Ascension and the Center. However, for Explorer Notes, you might want to try looking up some video guides for that. There was one by Platinumed. I can't recommend his video enough on Explorer Notes, because he has all of the commands that need to be used. And there are some extra commands that need to be used for the main game as well, because again, there were lots of updates done to all of it going into the main game. So yeah, Ark Survival Evolved, not worth playing whatsoever. It's a broken, buggy mess, just not worth the hassle. Then I played 3 airy games to kind of clear up a bit of space on my PS5 for when FF7 Rebirth was going to arrive, because I knew the game was going to be on 2 discs, so it was going to be very heavy in size. So I was like, holy crap, I need to make space on my hard drive. So I 100%ed Airy Little Bird Adventure, which was like 1 and a bit gigs, Sky Castle, which was about 4 gigs, and I want to say Airy and New Frontier was 5 gigs. Now, the thing about these 3 games is you can easily platinum them platinum or 100% them, I suppose, because a lot of Airy games do have platinums, but these ones did not. By plugging in a you plug in a keyboard and then hold down the letter G and press O to skip level by level. So you'll literally be skipping levels by just doing that. just make sure that the game has loaded the level. Otherwise, if you try to skip too many levels at once, it'll crash. And there are some games in the Airy series that are very buggy, so highly recommended that you kind of check out the trophies on, like, the trophies for the games on PSN profiles, because if there's a few games that have 0% completion percentage, then that's because that no one has earned the platinum, and it's probably because it's either bugged or something else has gone wrong, like it doesn't have that final level in the game or something along those lines. So I do highly recommend just kind of, doing a bit of research before jumping into Airy games, because they can be buggy and messy and not be able to allow you to unlock all the trophies for them. Now, Gems of War. I finally got the final trophy in the main list, which was, or not main list, but the original list. Treasure Hunter. Finally did it. Holy crap. This took me not very long to realize that I was making mistakes in Treasure Hunter. And that one piece of advice really helped me to complete it, which was just, when playing through it, make sure to get rid of 3 matches near the bottom that don't belong there. That was the one piece of advice that I got from, I think it was Tacit the Terror on YouTube. So again, he's a very, very good Gems of War YouTuber. Can't recommend him enough. Great guy. Has really good videos and very much on the ball when it comes to everything. Now, the time between me finishing FF7 Remake, so when did I earn the last trophy for this game? This was the 20th of February. So then I jumped into, I think maybe a couple of days later, into FF7. Is that the 21st? Sorry. So literally the next day at midday, I started playing the original Final Fantasy VII. Now, the reason why I jumped into this game was just to kind of go back through the original story. I've played Remake. Let's just take in everything and see just remind myself of the source material, because I haven't played this game since 2012. And so jumping back into 2024, it's still aged fine. I wouldn't say it's aged well, but it's aged fine. I think the pixel games from Final Fantasy 1 to Final Fantasy 6 have actually, certainly aged a lot better, like fine wine, compared to FF7. But still, FF7 is still a really good game. In fact, if anything, when I played through FF7, I managed to cover all the remake content within 4 hours, but it did take me about 35 hours to platinum the game overall, and there's a lot of missable stuff. The most difficult part of this trophy list is going to be not missing anything, but beyond that, you also have the most difficult trophies in the game, which is Emerald Eviscerator and Ruby Render. Ruby Render especially is difficult, because defeating Ruby Weapon takes time. He does have 800,000 HP and extraordinarily high defense. Emerald Weapon has really high defense, but only has he has more HP at 1 million. So 1 million HP, 800k. Ruby Weapon is just more difficult because of his higher defense. Emerald is just annoying because you have to beat him in 20 minutes underwater. Because if you don't beat him in 20 minutes, you will be wiped. Other than that, there's a lot of missable trophies in the game, specifically stuff like Transcendent Convoker can be missed. However, if you beat Emerald Weapon, you can actually get it that way, so at least that has an alternative method. What could be missable? Let me think. Okay, so Vincent, unlocking him as a character, because he's a secret character technically, so missing his limit break can be missed. All creation, yeah, that can also be missed if you don't go to Wutai at all. Aerith's last can absolutely be missed, and that's very much spoiler related for the end of disc 1. If you know what happens, you know what happens. Catastrophe can be missed if you don't get the big materia, because you'll get that as a reward for saving the town. OmniCloud can't be missed though. Omni Slash can't be missed though, so that's fine. Knights of the Round could possibly be missed. Bahamut Zero is very missable actually. Bahamut can be missed and not even intentionally. Leviathan can also be missed. Having Yuffie and Vincent join your party can be missed. Corel Angel can be missed, I think. Best Bromance is definitely a highly missable trophy for sure. And Consummate Crossdresser can absolutely be missed very easily. Yeah, and the rest of them are fairly simple or quick to get, but yeah, I digress. Lots of missables, just, be careful when you go through it. And be sure that you're following a guide. However, you don't want to go too far ahead in the guide because the story for this game is absolutely buggeringly insane to the point, like, I had a lot of fun playing through it, so cannot recommend it enough, honestly. If you want to, give the original a go, absolutely. And the PS4 version that is on the store does give you the ability to use stuff like God mode from the Steam release or triple speed, so you do have those available to you if you ever want to, and also no encounters as well. So yeah, moving on from that though, I played through Epic Roller Coasters for like a few hours. I pretty much played through some SpongeBob roller coasters because I had a lot of fun with it. It's a PSVR 2 free-to-play game that looks very nice, and if you don't like roller coasters and get sick easy, I can't recommend it at all. Very easy to do, just go through each of these, and the only trophy that you'll need to work towards is Winner and Persistent. Persistent means that you need to derail your coaster 100 times by accelerating too much on turns and things like that. However, one thing I've noticed with derailing 100 times and finishing 100 times, there will be a way of tracking it in your trophy list here. However, because I've already completed the trophy, it's not going to say it because I've already earned it. But effectively, if you finish a race and you don't see it go from 0 to 1, then you might need to just restart the game and try again. Because sometimes it doesn't count your race completions or your derailment. So maybe just keep an eye out on the counters just to make sure that it's actually counting your wins and derailments for the Winner and Persistent trophy. But otherwise, very easy to earn. Bleach Brave Souls. I spent like a whole day playing through this game. So all you need to do is earn up to 50 characters, earn a 4-star, earn a 5-star, let's see here, get 1,000 small crystals, 750 sort of medium-sized crystals, 500 large ones, win 10, 50, 100, and 250 times in Brave battle mode, which is kind of like PvP in a way, and then defeat 100, 500, 1,000, 2,500, and 5,000 enemies, which is probably the last trophy you'll earn, because defeating 5,000 enemies takes a lot of time for no reason at all. But yeah, played this for a day. Just wanted to, again, clear up some more space. So, in addition to the Airy games, Epic Roller Coaster, Bleach Brave Souls, did those two to clear up some more space. Rabbids Party of Legends was another game I completed quickly in a few hours just to get another 5 gigs of space on my hard drive, because again, these games were just sitting there, so I just kind of wanted to complete them and get them out of the way. Dreaming Canvas is another one. Now, I didn't do the PS5 version of Dreaming Canvas just yet. In fact, the only trophies I'm missing are actually in the final map. But the one thing I didn't realize was this game has a platinum on the PS5 that the PS4 version does not have, and I did not want to pop the platinum because, as you can see, I'm sitting at 224 plats at the moment, and I wanted Platinum 225 to be something special. So, so something easy like Dreaming Canvas just wasn't gonna work it for me, because on PSN profiles it does kind of immortalize Platinum 225. So yeah. That's why I'm going for Crisis Core instead, but I'll get to that in a second. Genshin Impact, still playing through that, just doing what I do. And now I'm playing through Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. So, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Final Fantasy VII The Original, Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, And then after that, I'm going to jump, after I've platinumed the PS4 version, which will be Plat 225, then I'm going to boot up the PS5 version and then get the platinum for that by auto popping it as 226. And then finally, I'm going to go for FF7 Rebirth after that, which, like I said, I've got my copy just kind of sitting right in front of me, so it'll be interesting to see like all of the sort of FF7 content kind of like moving forward. I should be going back to my PS3 soon anyways, but then I just realized, oh, I still have to play, you know, Yakuza 3, 4, 5, 6, and kind of go off from there. So yeah, there's that as well. Maybe I might clear up some more space by doing some other easy stuff, but we'll see what March kind of looks like for me. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about some of the games that I've played during this month. If you want to hear my thoughts on any of those games or provide some sort of knowledge about them. Again, most of these were quite like really easy games, whether it be Epic Roller Coaster, Bleach, Rabbids, Dreaming Canvas, Airy, Ark, Gems of War, yeah, Honkai Star Rail. Like, there's a lot of very easy games on here, so let me know if you guys want me to kind of talk about any of these games in more detail. But with all that said and done, I do upload every day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.